Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Gray Beards. My name's Wayne. To my left, over here somewhere. He might even be down here like the Brady Bunch or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
You're
Brady
over here
bunching it
somewhere.
today. Secret squares,
Yeah, Secret Squares.
Hollywood squares, or something like that.
Hollywood Squares. Yeah, that would be
Yeah, we're
kind of
doing
cool.
that. I know you
Uh,
youngsters don't know nothing about Hollywood squares.
yeah, I think they brought that show back.
Oh yeah, Hollywood squares,
Hmm.
man. Game shows was
That
a
was a
thing
big
that I
thing.
was into back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about game shows today. We, don't- you know, we everybody we struggled on what to talk about. Let me know what you guys think, or let us know. I don't like regurgitating the news unless it's important, right?
Hmm.
Um, we talked earlier this week. If you guys don't know, for those who don't know, Bug and I work in the same office, um, have for like the last 5 years or so.
Yeah, last five
We're,
years.
yeah, about 5 years or a little over 5 years. Um, but anyways, so we're always having conversations with Cal, another guy. It's a faithful
Yeah.
watcher and commenter, and
Oh
uh,
yeah, he's always doing something. Old Kyle. Kyle's a
yeah,
funny
that's
dude.
which is important. That I appreciate that everybody. I hope everybody's had a good week. A lot of turmoil going on. The president got up there and talked for like what 90 some minutes, giving a
Yeah, he
speech.
spoke for a while.
Yeah. What
Hmm.
did you think about, I mean, I get it. They're gonna, they're not, he's not their guy. I got it. But there's certain things I thought they really screwed up on, the
What you mean?
Democrats, anyways, during that meeting,
Hmm.
and really just shows how far, they're willing to be an obstructionist, right? I get it. She's
Yeah.
not, you know,
It's
but
crazy that you couldn't find one thing to clap about. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah,
they just
well,
sat there like stone faced the whole time.
the Republicans were doing that when, the previous guy was in there. I'm trying not to be, one-sided on this, but it's hard not to be. They
Mm,
did the same thing, they would boo or hiss or
yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
you know. That's I got that. He's not your guy. He's not, you know.
yeah. Well, surely there's something that you agree with. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I
Uh,
mean, a young man that been fighting brain cancer, got to be honorary Secret Service. He's
mhm.
been and they refuse to even acknowledge that young man and the struggles him and his family are been going through, you know, for their political agenda. Just goes to show you that they don't give two hoots about the actual
Yeah,
young man that was going through cancer.
yeah.
You know,
They could have clapped for that.
they could have,
Like
yeah,
I said, yeah, they could have. I mean, come on.
yeah.
He
And
said
then there
something
was,
that Trump did address it, man. He did say, if these people over here, they're not gonna give me one. Not one clap. How he addressed it. He addressed the elephant in the room. Like these babies just sat there like Stonewall, baby. Mount
they're
Rushmore.
oh yeah, they're straight up that this whole you know, money saving, right? Got it, money saving. Um, they have gone. You would think they would be on board with this to a certain degree, right? But to sit there
Mhm.
and deny these findings, I would want to see proof, right? And I wouldn't take his Trump's word for it or nothing, right? All right, show me some proof. Show me, and they've been getting receipts for the money. Supposedly, I haven't really
Mhm.
looked. You can go on their website. Um, they're finding out that all these politicians have been lining their pockets with our tax dollars. I don't care which side of the fence you're on. That's jail time. I don't give two hoots who you are, what political affiliation. You've been lining your pockets with our tax dollars, and if it Yeah, man, you need to go upriver.
I don't know how they're not. You know, that's was that embezzlement? Is that the word we should be using? They embezzle these funds?
It could be a lot of fraud, a lot of fraud,
Yeah.
they're
Okay.
fine. I think I can't claim to the validity of it. I'm not claiming anything, but I saw somewhere where they're accusing, um, Senator or Congress, whatever she is, Elizabeth Warren,
Mhm.
and funneled money to some relative, you know, a lot of money. We're not talking a $20 bill, on a birthday card. We're talking like $1 million or whatever,
Mhm.
you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hopefully some of this stuff gets found out.
yeah.
And
It's
I'm
not like they finding it
hope,
out.
yeah. Hopefully the Democrats see that they got some career criminals in office and vote
Man,
them
them
out,
cats like he's justified in taking this money. I mean, evidently nobody's going to jail.
Yeah. Uh,
Misappropriation of funds.
yeah. And then
Come on, man.
what was that? Al Green got escorted out because he wanted to stand and
Is
some
that
kind
what
of
his name
protest.
was?
Yeah.
I wish I could have heard what he was saying. I
It's
don't know what he's.
irrelevant. I haven't heard what he said, but he probably was something against whatever the president was.
He was like, "This is bull crap." I guess
Yeah.
I don't know what he was saying,
I don't
but I can tell he
either.
was dis.
But that's the thing. They were acting like a child. Nothing. If I mean, nothing he could have done at that juncture that was going to affect anything.
Yeah,
The
there was
president
nothing.
was going to give his speech.
Hmm.
Um,
Why even go? Could they have? Could they boycott this thing? You know what I'm saying? Could they just not show up?
oh, some of them walked out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, why were they there? I mean, what? Just to show their opposition? Is that what it was? I mean, not
Oh, I'm
showing up would
sure.
have
Yeah.
definitely showed
I mean, I
would have
get it.
shown
He's
the
not
same
your
thing.
guy. I've been kind of going tit for tat with one of my um, friends from school, high school and middle school. He always refers to the current president as the orange clown, because I get it. He probably drives a Ford and he's been a lifelong family Democrat up there in Erie, Pennsylvania, where I grew up. You know, he tried to
Hmm.
insult me. He immediately started losing the argument and he went with an insult, told me to go brush my tooth. I don't have them all, but I got majority of my teeth.
Yeah, I got more than I don't have.
Hmm.
But hey, speaking of a Ford, no Kyle probably ain't gonna appreciate this. So I was out doing yards, right? And I listened to music, and I had
Hmm.
this old song from the '80s, Run DMC.
Oh yeah,
And
some
this guy,
run
one
deep.
of the lyrics was, "I drive a caddy," and he said, "I'm driving a caddy, and you're fixing a Ford."
Hmm.
I thought
Yeah,
that was funny. I thought about you, Kyle. I'm sorry, man. With your truck, your vehicle, your line of vehicles was on a Run DMC song. I think it's
but
called Rock Box. So
yeah,
he says, "I drive a caddy, and you're fixing a Ford."
yeah. But it was
Oh
funny,
my God, that was too funny. I'm sorry.
yeah.
No, no, I'm
It,
not.
it
Sorry.
is funny, but I'm probably
Yeah.
giving him too much credit if he does drive a Ford. He probably got one of them garbage Subaru or Toyota or Kia or some bullshit crap.
Yeah, but it's been a rivalry. Ford's been picked at a long time. I don't know where that started at.
Well, I will
But
tell you straight up, you get more respect from me if you drive an American product like a Ford or
yeah.
Chevy or
Hmm.
Jeep, whatever, than you do. You get a lot more credibility if you come rolling up in there in an American-made vehicle than if you got some foreign
Yeah.
company's garbage. Um,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
that's the way I am. Not that it matters
Hmm.
much, but I just know that uh, I don't give them as much. respect, I guess,
Hmm.
because of that. It's just a fact because you don't support Americans. You
Yeah.
sold out our country buying them foreign cars and garbage. Even though I got one sitting in my garage.
One, right?
Yeah, one.
1 out of 9.
Yeah.
He's thinking, is it
Is
9?
that is it nine? No, it's not nine. Seven, maybe. Anyway, ask me how many
Yeah,
run.
well,
Yeah,
half of mine, I got two Americans and two foreign, I should say. Yeah,
foreign. Yeah. I mean,
yeah. So,
they're probably made here in America, supposedly assembled, but problem I
mhm.
have, and I said it before, I said it a million times, they're a foreign company. The profits from that sale don't stay in this country. They go back to that to
Back to whence they came.
yep.
Mm,
That's my whole point. I've had my many fair share foreign cars,
mm, hmm.
but
You
I
know,
won't go and buy a new one.
I got you, man. We started out talking about some game shows and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
we'll
You
talk about some
know,
game shows and we've got some I got it. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Keep me on track.
No, no, no. You know, you're good. But what I was about to say was this here was, you know, we had a lot of traditional values. I mean, what made my mind go there? You're talking about tradition, buying American and stuff like that. See, like we had a lot of traditions that when we was growing up, we had certain shows that we watched, certain, whether it was Sanford and Son, Three's Company, whatever it was, it was regimented. But now there's so much stuff out there. You know what I'm saying? I,
Yeah,
I, it, there's no family time. There's nothing that the wife and I we don't sit down and there's no shows that we sit down and watch. You
yeah.
know, except for like Lifetime Movie Network.
Man,
You
you
know what I'm
can't
saying?
tell
But
me you. I know you sitting there watching the Atlanta Housewives or whatever the Housewives of Atlanta something or
man, now
other.
they got Housewives of LA, Housewives of New York,
Yeah,
Housewives of Texas, Housewives of Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was living in a
yeah.
trailer, but they housewife.
They're
But
about as
it's
much of
crazy,
a
man.
house. There's about as much of a housewife as what's her um
Yeah.
Ellen DeGeneres.
Right. Dang, that's but yeah, I don't think they fit the description of a housewife from what
No,
my definition of a housewife is. These chicks spent, oh, Lord, forgive me, that was wrong. That was
that was
no,
wrong.
where's my I need somebody over here talking to me
Haters
like
gonna
this.
hate.
You can't say that, bro. You
They're gonna
can't
be
say
all
that.
over you.
I know. Women that live at home. No, that's not right. Um, non-working spouses. Let's go. Non-working spouses. They don't do what the other non-working spouses used to do. You know what I'm saying? Vacuuming, keeping the house, paying
Oh,
bills.
he's what a
I'm still
sexist
doing it.
would say.
I'm still wrong. These ladies, well, I shouldn't say ladies because it might not be a lady, but these people that stay home don't work. They they shop from they shop and they stay in drama, man. They don't. That's what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? Versus, I'm just gonna use the term housewife, okay? And you apply that however you apply that. So housewife, housewives now, well, on those shows, man, they just stay in the drama and they spend uh, lots of cash
Oh
and
yeah.
um
I
and
don't
they're
understand
not
I don't
virtuous
understand.
type people.
All that is just some bickering rich women
Yeah,
drinking wine or whatever.
getting body surgeries and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and
It
making
just
themselves more
baffles how does
voluptuous.
people how do people I don't watch them. I'm aware of them. I don't watch them, but how do people find that to be interesting to watch?
Drama.
What
That's what it
drama?
is.
It's
Just
all
a
fake.
Shakespearean aspect, man.
It's
You
all
know, just
fake. Fake, fake,
it's like
fake.
it's like it's like WWE. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, you know what I'm saying? It's entertaining. You see what she
Right.
called her the B word, she called her the double B word.
So
You
you're
know what I'm saying?
saying, so you're saying this is the a different form of wrestling?
Yeah. It's verbal wrestling. Yeah. A maneuver.
Oh, that's too funny, man.
That's what it
Yeah.
is. It's the same thing, man. I used to watch wrestling, for the wrestling, right? The moves and stuff. But I was a kid. I didn't know better, right? But the scene behind the scene, you got this group versus that group, and wrestling start doing this drama type stuff. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? They start making it more. It became more about the other stuff than it was about the wrestling.
Yeah, they added in that controversy. You disrespected me, or
Yeah, you
you
kissed
went
my
out.
girl.
You were chasing my girl, and blah
Yeah.
blah blah. Yeah, I got it.
All of that.
So you
So
touched,
yeah.
but you touched on something that reminded me, but now I forgot again.
Damn, come on, man.
I wanted to talk about. Well, one you talk about game show. It was about the. What the heck was
But
it?
the family sitting down watching the same shows or something.
Yeah, it was something, but it's not important. But I wanted to talk about, was kind of talked about game shows. That's a good thing, man. The shows we used to watch,
Mhm.
like I remember early on, um, I remember watching a lot of game shows. Like I never was a fan so much of the wheel spinning one.
Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, not a big fan of that.
I kind of
I
like
watched
Wheel of
it.
Fortune.
I watched it for the puzzle. That's about it. I couldn't stand.
Hmm.
I'm not a fan. I shouldn't say I couldn't stand. I was didn't care for Pat Sajak. Right. My
Man,
all-time favorite game show, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. One, I give you my like and my one I didn't really care to watch. I didn't dislike it. Was like, oh my God, I can't stand this show. I didn't. It wasn't like must see TV. It was my one of my favorite was Price is Right, right?
who was the favorite
Hmm?
for me? That was my
Price is
favorite.
Price
Yeah.
is Right was my favorite. I actually went to the wife and I actually made it out there to when the Price is Right was still somewhat the Price is Right. It's a little different now because you know they felt they wanted to keep the show going, but they changed the format.
Yeah. Once Bob
Uh,
Barker left the show, I was done.
I
You know what
think
I'm
they
saying?
Yeah, I got that, but I I think Drew Carey made it his own. He's done a really good job. He was when we
Mhm.
went to the show, he was the what do they call those? Host, I guess.
The
I don't
host?
know.
Yeah, I think he was
Yeah,
the host. Yeah.
yeah. So what a delusion. I mean, disillusioned, right? I had no idea. Um they made the way they did the television magic, if you will, was the stage was small compared to what I thought it would be, you know?
I thought the thing was huge.
Yeah, I did too, because you'd see him walking all the time, like he'd come on over here, right? And it really wasn't that far, not that big. It just the way they did the TV angle and he would walk, but he only took like maybe 10 steps to the.
You're ruining it for me, man. The way this,
Yeah,
what these images in my mind is
yeah.
dissipating.
I mean, we were right behind the contestants where we sat in the second. We were, they have the seats just for the people that are guessing prices.
Hmm.
We were right
Yeah,
behind them, kind of to the stage right, if you will.
right.
But yeah, that was um, pretty cool. So I was like, that's one of both the wife and I, and she made shirts. I don't have one anymore,
Mm.
but my
So how do
wife
you get
did.
a show? How do you get a ticket or how do you get an
You
audience?
just go online, right? You used to be you'd send mail in a thing to tickets, and basically they would you would say when you were going to. So they do two shows a day. They do a morning show and an evening show
Hmm.
or afternoon show. You never know which one. When you watch the show, you don't know if that was a morning show or an afternoon. They don't tell you, right? But the show could have been taped the morning. So we went there on whatever day. I forget why we went there, what time of year it was. It was early, like February, I want to say, but I
Hmm.
don't remember. But our show wasn't going to air until like March or something, April or
Oh
May.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're
Huh.
doing they're doing about 10 shows in a week, right? So that's 10 shows in a week. That's like 2 weeks of airing shows in 1 week.
Right.
So they work what is that, 26 weeks out of the year maybe.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was
How
pretty
big
cool.
how big you think the audience was? I mean, 50
Mm.
people?
How many?
That's yeah, in the audience, and that could be
I
selected.
don't know for sure. I would guess it was over or around 100 or better.
Okay, because it looked like it was like a small stadium
It is
or
small in the back, right? And there's,
Mhm.
it's like an auditorium kind of seating.
Okay.
So you got three sections, right? You've seen them when they say, "Come on down," right? And they're like
Yeah, run down the
seated.
stairs and stuff.
Yeah, it's like you were
Mhm.
sitting in the movie theater kind of seating.
Yeah. Okay, kind of like a movie theater, right
Hmm.
like that. Okay, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
and then you go
Huh.
outside. When you go, so you show up. They tell you when you get there early in the morning, and they tell you what show. We got an afternoon showing. They tell you what time you have to be there, and you meet up, and they get your name, and then you're set to be at the afternoon show. That when you
Right.
show up in the early morning. Um, yeah, it was
Okay.
pretty cool. And then you go through a little. They take about 20 people at a time, 10 to 20 people, I think, something like that, and
Hmm.
producers come out and ask you questions, and they want to see what kind of personality you have, supposedly. I
Yeah.
personally still believe they draw your name. They put your name in a hat and then they draw names, right? I don't know that to be the process because they don't really explain it to you. I
Right,
just
right.
know that showing up doesn't guarantee you're going to be on the show.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
You so I wish I had the the show number and all that stuff, and I would love to have the you because
That
it
would
was a
be
pretty
good.
cool. Yeah, it was fun. We were right there behind. Every time you were looking at a contestant, you could see my wife and I sitting there
Oh man,
right
that's
because
awesome.
they were. Yeah, we were right
How
behind them.
how many
During
years ago we talking?
ooh, 10, 15 years ago, maybe,
Okay.
probably
That'd
longer
be
than that.
something to see, man.
Yeah, you
See how
see
much you've
me.
changed in 15 years. You was in the well, no, you was out. Were you out of the military? Yeah, you was out because you've been out
Yeah,
for
I've been
about 20
retired.
years.
I'm actually coming, or I just went over 21 years retired. Yeah,
Okay.
from the
Thank you
military.
for your service, sir.
Thank you for your service. Well,
Yeah,
I'm a
that's right. I'm
camera. There it is.
140.
I'm like pointing at you, and it's like can't even see. Oh, there it is. It's like,
There it is.
thank
Oh,
you
he
for
shot
my.
me.
My arms extended out, and looks like I'm.
Yeah, like, yeah, it looks crazy. Got a big
Yeah, it
hand.
looks weird.
Okay, so did can you remember the biggest prize that was on that shelf when you was there? Who won the what they call it? Not the jackpot. What's the jackpot? What's that thing they call it when you won at the end? You spin the big wheel.
Trying to think. Well, the showcase.
Showcase. Can you
Yeah,
remember that?
showcase. They called the showcase showdown.
Yeah, it's coming back. Got it.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't
Okay.
remember what the big prize. I do know I talked to the guy that won because they don't tell you a lot of that stuff unless you won something. You have to go back and do a bunch of paperwork. And
Hmm.
he's like, he turned all of them down. He said, turned all the prizes down. I didn't want them.
What?
Yeah.
That guy?
You have to be all right. So he won. The guy um, that won. We talked to him. We actually met him afterwards, and we asked him some
Mm.
questions. He was polite enough to, he was, humble enough to tell us. He says, I turned him down. His
Holy smoke.
showcase was gonna because you have to pay income tax on
Okay.
all of that stuff. And then I guess there's a sales tax, all that stuff, because it's like they gave you money even though you get a prize, right? It's really, people don't, the people that were winning like these big fancy cars, and 9 times out of 10, they don't take the prize because they can't.
9 times out of 10, you think is that frequently?
I
Yeah.
bet.
Man, I'm taking that car. I'm
I,
taking that darn car.
okay. And then you're gonna,
Yeah.
you get the car, you win it. Say it. What do they cost now? I don't even know. 50 grand.
Yeah, I don't even know. But the cars they had on the show, think, man, when I was watching the most expensive car probably was about $12,000. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
back in the '70s, early '80s. Yeah,
Yeah.
mid to
But I
'80s.
guess there still was a lot of tax compared to what you was, you
Well, it
know.
ain't like you bought one down at the dealership and it's all you have to pay. No, you have to take. So you win a car, you go to Price is Right. I'm going to go to Price is Right, and you were fortunate enough to win anything, no matter what it is that you won. They give you a 1099 as income for the value of that vehicle. And I know
That is crazy.
you know what a 1099 is, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Being a businessman.
It's
Well,
like
we get,
it's like they just gave you $50,000, right?
yeah. Yeah, but
And
what y'all do during commercial time? How did that work? Or did you even know?
yeah, they would do commercial breaks. There was no commercial. They would stop and just say we're in a commercial, and Drew would come out, and he would. That's where you would talk to people. He was talking to
That's all.
Robin, my wife.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Dang.
I was
That's
looking at
awesome,
him.
man.
I was looking at him like, "What you?"
Why you talking about wife, dude?
Yeah, there's all kinds of people around here. Don't talking about wife.
From everywhere. That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's an
but you get.
experience. So,
Yeah, it was awesome. But we got a little less than 10 minutes left. Time
shoot,
goes
man. It seems
by.
like we've
We
had a
didn't really
return.
talk
It
about.
seems like it's been a long show already, man.
Yeah, we've been going
Yeah.
for 30 some minutes.
Man,
So
I just
didn't really cover nothing.
no, we just kicking the can, like,
Yeah. Um,
you know.
yeah, I wish I could remember what we talked about. We had talked about doing one of the things I remember talking about. We're gonna have to do a show on, or something I was talking about. People talking. Oh, we're talking about it right now. We got time. We got a few minutes.
Mhm.
People were complaining about the cost of stuff, right?
The
And
cost of
rightfully so.
stuff.
Eggs or whatever. We'll use the egg thing, which is just frustrates the hell out of me, but I got it. Your eggs are expensive. We all, how many of these people do you know go out that I know? Most of them don't even like eggs and don't eat eggs on a daily basis. They don't cook their own food. They buy it in a processed thing. Um, and they're complaining about the price of eggs. Now, there's a lot of people that do eat eggs on a regular basis. I got it. But it just reminded me of people not being responsible, I guess, with their money, what they do have, right?
I
Um,
mean, all you have to do is stop. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I know you can't just stop eating, but look at something in your budget that you don't need. You know what I'm saying? Okay. We can't go to the movie 4 times this week. We're gonna cut it back to two. You know what I'm saying? So we can buy more eggs. I mean, that's easy.
yeah,
Stay home. Home. I'm big on home entertainment. Most of my sources of entertainment is right here in this house.
yeah. Well,
you
that's
know.
my wife was telling me about her. One of her patients was like, I can't afford my medication. And
Now that might be a real thing there now, because from what
oh,
I hear,
absolutely. Well,
Mhm.
it wasn't. Wasn't that he couldn't afford it. He wasn't budgeting for it. They complain, it's
Well,
just like car insurance or um, health insurance costs. They don't treat those things as you have to have. You have to. People have to be made to pay for insurance. They don't look at, but they'll go out there and I want that new car or I want that new television, whatever. Even though they're stupid cheap now. Um, I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
this
I
TV I
mean,
have here is huge. Cost 20 years ago, you couldn't afford it. It'd be like,
heck no.
yeah.
First flat screen TV, that sucker was like $5,000. It was made out of, and it was what was that darn thing? Plasma. You remember those plasma TVs?
Mhm. But I guess the point, real quick, was people just are not, they don't prioritize what they're spending their money on. They think that they shouldn't have to budget for basic things, and I'm like, you don't make no sense. I don't get it.
And
I don't know
where
where
can
the,
we where you draw the line when you say how do you describe something or define something that is expensive versus hey, I need this thing. You know what I'm saying? Even some of the things
yeah.
you need
Well, I
could
know what
be
I have to do, but there's many times I went without, and I guess that's why I like to fix my own stuff and where I can. I save money that way. I don't,
Mhm.
and not to, I don't waste my few brain cells that I have on the underwear size of the starting quarterback of some football team. I
But that's
I
free.
I would learn how to fix something or to
Mhm.
improve something instead of wasting precious time on frivolous stats, right?
Man, you
But
know
don't
what?
complain to me going, I don't know how to do that. Well, that's because you haven't learned, you didn't take any energy to learn how to do that. You have to rely on somebody else. That's not
Mm-hmm.
me. I'm not everybody. I got it. Everybody else prioritizes something different,
Hmm. Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm right or they're wrong. I'm just saying that's how I work. I found that I have limited space in my hard drive up there for retention, and now it's
Hey,
getting
don't be
even
taking my
worse.
darn slogan. Limited.
So yeah,
I got
um,
limited, man. People
yeah,
like, man, you can't remember nothing. I mean, I got to delete something. If you want something else in here, I got to delete something.
we're all that way, right?
You want more?
Just
You
like
want more?
I had all these things yesterday. I was like, and I had a lot of time on my hands when I was moving all
Yeah.
that dirt around yesterday, and I'm like
Hmm.
thinking about what I want to talk on the show. When I wake up this morning, what was I going to talk
Yeah.
about?
Dang. My brain is like, dude, what you want to do? You want to continue to breathe or you want to remember what you did yesterday?
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're getting into the RAM, baby. You're getting into that, you know.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
you
that's a
know,
problem for me as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
I
Yeah, it's
don't.
limited, man.
We don't give you at least I don't have the nickname of 10-second Tom.
8 second. You got to make it rhyme. You're close
No,
to rhyming.
he was in the movie. They called him 10-second Tom.
Oh, it was 10 seconds. But yeah, he
Yeah,
got more time. He got more memory than me. About the thing.
that guy was like, really? Don't worry, you'll forget about you and just give it a
It's a
little bit.
lot, it's a lot of stuff. As I walk around the office, I see boys forgetting stuff all the time, but I don't just turn it into something. I just like,
Yeah,
dang, okay, I'm not. This is stuff I choose not to retain.
yeah,
A lot of stuff, man. Phil, since he worked with me on a outside of the office, he began to understand. He was like, man, dude, Sharp is sitting there. It ain't that I don't remember. It's just that I'm not paying attention. Because some stuff simply don't interest me. I have this automatic button in my head. I'm just like, uh-huh, yeah, okay, yeah, all right. Dude, I just told you that 5 minutes ago. Oh, what was you saying? I used to do my daughter like that. Peaches when she was growing up. She
Hmm.
had all this stuff to say after school when she was in like elementary and junior high. So I had to put on automatic. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, okay. And she'll just be saying all these words.
I I know. You're not the only one.
I'm like, man, I can't retain all this. I'm trying to drive this car. I can't deal with all that.
Hmm.
But I had to entertain her at the same time. She caught me one day. You ain't listening to me. So I heard what you said.
I heard bits and pieces.
Yeah, I heard what you
Yeah,
said. Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
I was guilty of it. But
Yeah.
we're
And
ticking
then,
down to having less than a minute.
dang, now it
Less than a
sped up
minute
all of a
now.
sudden.
Because all it does is says less than a minute.
Okay, we better close
It
up
just
then.
changed over to less than a minute. So on that note, what you got for closing out?
Hey man, watch the show. Give us some content. Keep your mind healthy. What? Eat fish, okay? Eat fish so you can remember stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Take your vitamins. Take your vitamins, as they say.
Budget.
Appreciate everybody for watching this. Loyal to watching our show. I know life gets, especially the summertime coming. If you feel like it, hit that like button. It does help. Let everybody know we posted stuff and give us a comment. What do you think? Give us some ideas.
What do you think?
Yeah, we'll catch
Yeah.
you on the next one. Over to you,
See you
Buck.
next time. Take
All right.
care.